The job search for international students is very different when compared to US citizens. So the planning for it also needs to be different. We have a problem. University education in US is very structured and good. So naturally as soon as international students take their classes, they feel their coursework is going to be enough for them to find a job. Lots of graduates feel they are well prepared for success. The industry, on the other hand, is looking for skilled professionals that can contribute from the get-go. McKinsey's Education to Employment report tried to survey employers to find how many felt fresh graduates are prepared because of their education. 58% of employers felt fresh grads are not prepared because of their education. Everything taught in the university is not going to automatically lead you to a job. A different set of skills are needed to land a job. This problem of skill gap needs to be overcome in order to become relevant in today's job market. When it comes to job search, people have different opinions. Some who happen to get the very first job they applied for feel it is very easy, while some who have been looking for a job for a year might feel it is very difficult. The thing is, job search is all about having a plan. So let's look at the challenges in job search. The first challenge is researching the field you want to work in and finding the areas from your coursework, projects, and professional work experience that are common with what is required in the industry. These are the aspects you would want to highlight in your resume so that you are a relevant and targeted candidate. The second step would be to implement a targeted job search. Before you begin your job search, you need to understand and ask these questions. What? What are you going to market about yourself? Who? Who are you going to market yourself to? Why? Why are you going to market yourself to them? The last challenge of job search is communicating with the employers. Sending out a generic resume and cover letters is unlikely to lead you to a job. Everything you submit or present to a potential employer needs to convey your strength as a candidate. Graduates need strong communication and problem solving skills if they want to succeed in the workplace. So, prepare for it. As important as your strategy for job search is, it is more important for you to understand your status in United States and your ability to work based on that status. Since applying for OPT, renewing for an extension, and getting into H-1B lottery all are time dependent, the key thing for you to succeed is timing. USCIS rules for hiring non-US citizens have gotten tougher. So be on the right side of immigration. Keep up to date with service information. It is critical for you to choose a good start date for your OPT so that you are using the best times for being on OPT, saving yourself from unemployment issues, and are in right time frame for getting a H-1B. Keep in touch with your international office about any rules and regulations because regulations keep changing. As an international student, you need to know what companies are going to sponsor you and plan accordingly. There is a maximum 90-day allowance for unemployment on your OPT, so plan accordingly. Think long term for your job search because remember, you don't want to burn your opportunities for a temporary comfort. Something that you might find easy during your OPT period might hurt you in the long term. So plan based on that. As an international student, you need to know what companies will sponsor your visa in the field that you have majored in and how to approach them. A good resource for you is the website myvisajobs.com. This website provides information about which companies have filed H-1Bs in the past and which have filed for green cards. You can look at this site and figure out if the company would be something you want to target for your job search. Note that these are the companies more likely to hire an international student, as they have done in the past, and so know the process. In order to execute a successful job search, you will need good supporting documents. Here is a list of things you will need to prepare before you start the job search. You will need targeted resume, cover letters, portfolio and supporting documents that show your work, LinkedIn profile that can help you show your work as well as network with other job seekers as well as recruiters and reviewers for looking over your job search material. This is important because having a second set of eyes to look at your work will help you improve it. Among the documents that you are preparing for your job search, resume is going to be used multiple times. It is going to be used for submitting you to hiring managers. It is going to be used as a screening document, and it's also going to be used as a point of reference during your interviews. So having a good resume goes a long way. While it is good to have a second pair of eyes look at your resume, there are a number of free tools that are available online which can help you reviewing your resume. More information of these tools can be found in the source listed below. When it comes to actually searching for jobs, the most common method used these days is searching online. This could be through job search sites or through university resources. For international students though, the most common method of finding job is through a consultancy. And then there is the method of looking for job through contacts. These could be friends or seniors or alumni or industry insiders. Let's look more closely at each of these methods of looking for a job. Online job search. There are plenty of job search websites online, and here is a list of most popular job search tools. There are some benefits and drawbacks of relying on these sites for job search. While there are many jobs listed according to Harvard, only 20% of jobs are ever advertised this way. The employer may never look at your resume this way, and some of the jobs may already be filled and not removed by the employer from the database. Nevertheless, some people do find job using this method. One of the popular tools that have come up in recent years has been LinkedIn. Since a lot of employers, hiring managers, and recruiters use this tool, it would be a good tool to have and use. Then there are some tools specifically for international students. One such tool is OPT Nation. This website provides jobs that accept OPT candidates. There are also paid services like h1visajobs.com, which cater to international students and candidates who are specifically looking for jobs that will sponsor H1B. Consultancies. Most international students, particularly in the IT domain, are first hired through a consultancy, which trains them and then markets them to be placed as a contractor at another company. As a less experienced candidate, it is difficult to find a job directly, so these consultancies act as a middleman between the employers and the job seekers. This is the number one way international students get hired. There are some positives and some negatives with this system. For instance, since the consultant has been working in the industry and supplying contractors, he knows the ins and outs to get you hired. While an employer might be reluctant to file for immigration paperwork, a consultant might be open to help you in the immigration process. At the same time, consultancies tend to pay less as they take their share of the salary for placing you, and sometimes resort to unethical labor practices, putting you in danger. So, Talk to someone who is already working in that company and figure out how their experience is when it comes to a particular consultancy. Find if they are direct or follow EVC, EVVC model. This might be crucial as it may be the reason eventually your visa getting denied in future. When you get hired as a contractor, there are a number of layers between you and the employer. Make sure these layers are less. The less the number of layers, the better. When it comes to selecting a consultancy, these are the three factors to consider. Salary. Do they pay the salary on time or not? Benefits. Do they offer any kind of medical insurance or any other benefits? Immigration. How are they when it comes to immigration processing? Are they good with providing you all the paperwork needed, or do they hesitate to start the process? Were the H-1Bs and green cards that were applied through the company approved? If not, then there might be trouble in future. Most importantly, will they keep the application process transparent, allowing you to access your own paperwork? Contacts. Research by headhunting firm Lee Harrison Hutch showed that majority of the jobs are never advertised and filled through referrals. So use every opportunity to network so that you can get these referrals. Start with people you may know among your family, friends, seniors, and anyone from the industry. Seek out professionals from the industry and create as many channels as possible with them. Alumni could be a powerful resource in this, since they have gone through the process of finding job and have gone to the same school that now you go to. Eventually, some of the contacts would lead you to hiring managers and recruiters. So, the process of doing it is you get in touch with family, friends, and alumni and targeted insiders through professional events or through LinkedIn, and they will lead you to hiring managers and recruiters. After getting referred to hiring managers and recruiters, you will be led to interviews. Using these interviews, you will eventually find the job you have been looking for.